Take it away, Ollie. Next slide, please. Oh yeah, here, we're good. Okay, one more slide.
Hi everyone. It's really hard to figure out how to start these kind of things while the whole world is on fire and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go with tried and true. Comrade Assata Shakur, may she rest in power, wrote some lovely words to get us all on the same page. Real quick, I'm going to say a line. You guys are going to say it back. If you're on Zoom, you're going to say it out loud to yourself in your room. Okay? Ready? It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love each other and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. I said we have nothing to lose but our chains. Thank you. Comrade Robinson is going to come over here real quick. We're going to start this political grounding off with two statements that have been written and sent to us from wonderful women who are alive in Gaza right now. Palestinian women prepared some words for us, so Robinson is going to go first. Go ahead.
Hi everyone. Just to give some context, so about a few months ago, probably last May, almost a year now, I came in contact with someone named Hadeel through a fundraiser, and I've been in touch with her ever since, and she's been just telling me the horrible conditions that she's been facing, asking for money, resources, asking to share with y'all. I know I've put her links in different Slack channels, but today she sent us a statement from Gaza, and I just wanted to read it.
Can you speak more directly to the mic?
Yeah. So, sorry if I butcher anything. My name is Hadeel Fazwi Mohammed Abu Matir, and I'm 22 years old. Just last week, I graduated from the Faculty of Nursing at the Islamic University of Gaza, earning my bachelor's degree in nursing with honors. It should have been one of the happiest moments of my life, a moment of pride after years of hard work, sleepless nights, and determination. But even this joy came wrapped in deep pain. I am a young woman who once had many dreams. I dreamed of continuing my education, building my future, and serving my people through the profession I love. Nursing was not just a field of study for me, it was my hope, my mission, and my way of giving back to my community. I believed graduation would be the beginning of a better life for me and my family. But the war on Gaza has changed everything. My family consists of 12 members. Before the war, we lived together in our large family home, a place filled with warmth, memories, and security. But the war took that away from us. We lost our home, our car, and my father lost his workplace, which was the source of income for our family. In a very short time, everything we had built over many years was gone. Our suffering did not end there. My sister lost her husband in the war, and now she is left alone to raise her 2 orphan children. She carries the pain of loss every single day while trying to be both mother and father to her children. Watching her struggle is heartbreaking. This war did not only destroy buildings, it destroyed families, safety, stability, and the simple life we once knew. Before the war, I had ambitions, plans, and a clear path ahead of me. Now I feel that I have lost everything. I lost my home, my sense of security, and the future I had imagined. Even though I graduated with excellence, I now stand holding my degree in one hand and the heavy pain of my family in the other. I'm not writing these words only to seek sympathy. I'm writing because behind every number in the news, there's a real human story. Behind every destroyed home, there is a family that once dreamed of peace and dignity. I am one of many young women in Gaza, but my story is the story of a family that lost its shelter, a father who lost his livelihood, a sister who lost her husband, 2 children who lost their father, and a graduate who worked so hard for her future only to find herself with no home, no safety, and no way to begin. And yet, despite everything, I still hold on to hope. I still dream of continuing my studies and working as a nurse to serve the sick, the wounded, and my people who have suffered so much. I believe that one day I can rebuild my life and help others rebuild theirs. But today, my family and I need support, compassion, and a chance to stand again against after all this devastation. This is not just a story. This is a life that was turned upside down. This is a family trying to survive after losing almost everything. And if there are still hearts in the world that can hear and feel, I hope my story reaches them and becomes a reason for a new door of hope to open for us. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Hadeel from Gaza. I have another statement here. This is from my friend, Jassemo. She's a mother to several children, and her husband and her have been struggling, of course, in the streets of Gaza during bombs and stuff. So let me just read her words. She's really special to me, and I'm really honored to read this to you all. Gaza has been surrounded by war and siege for over 2 years, and the suffering has continued since the beginning of the war. We have lived through harsh days. We began taking refuge in schools, where many families were crammed into single classrooms with shared bathrooms and the spread of disease. Gaza has been surrounded by war and siege for over 2 years, and the suffering has continued unabated since the beginning of the conflict. We endured harsh days. We began by taking refuge in schools where many families were crammed into single classrooms, sharing bathrooms, and experiencing the spread of disease. Then we moved to Rafah, living in a desert-like landscape with little water, food, or basic necessities. Only disease and suffering. Even the internet was unavailable. After that, we were displaced to Khan Yunis, where we endured a devastating famine that crushed us to the point of eating weeds and anything inedible out of sheer hunger. Then we were displaced again and returned to Khan Yunis to witness an even greater famine. Children and the elderly perished, dying from both starvation and the bombardment. And the suffering didn't end there. After the famine came the storms that tore down our tents, making us truly hate the rain. Gaza has never known a day without pain. It's either martyrdom, famine, displacement, or bitter cold, endless suffering. This is in addition to the loss of our children's futures. Without education, their dreams of becoming doctors, professors, and other professions have been shattered. We have lost our homes, our dreams within them, and our memories. We are forced to live in miserable tents with no privacy. We would rather die than endure this life. No people in the world can bear so much. We have been abandoned in the Gaza Strip. I hope you will not abandon us either. Stand with us, help us. We need you all. Thank you. So I'm gonna drag on. Wasn't sure if 10 minutes was a lot or a little, but the reason I really wanted to focus on Gaza right now, while the war is spreading in Iran, while there's ethnic cleansing and genocide happening in southern Lebanon, while all of these conflicts are still ongoing, what I really want to point out here is that this is the permission structure, okay? This is capitalism trying to make us think living people are already dead, and they are not. They are not dead. They can message us. They can tell us what's going on, and we can still help them. I send this woman money out of my own paychecks every 2 weeks. She uses it for things, for food, you know? Like, material solidarity is the greatest fear of this empire. And I really wanted to tie that back to things a little closer home. So forgive me if I'll just kind of run through it real quick. If anyone isn't aware of the Prairieland Defendants, these people were protesting detention, you know, in Texas at a noise demo, and then basically the cops went around town and they rounded up anybody. People are being charged for terrorism for things such as removing someone from a signal chat, picking a box of zines up from their parents' house and bringing it back to their own house. Full stop. Those are the things that people are being charged with and have been convicted of by. So, the Prairieland Defendants, the women in Gaza. Here in San Francisco, in our county jail, there are women being abused by the sheriffs and the correctional officers that we are paying to take care of them. So the conditions in there are such that they don't have hot water for over a year. They have mold. They're being abused. How do all of these things tie together? I call it the double-ended spear, okay? There is no separation between the war machine and the prison machine. Here in San Francisco, Alcatraz Island, its first prisoners were indigenous people, prisoners of war. The genocide in California was carried out in 50 years. Millions of people speed run what Israel is trying to do since the Nakba. We are standing on the successful ground of what we are witnessing, and it is our duty to focus on this and to concentrate our power on solidarity with our comrades all across the world. And I have an insane amount of literature over here, and I will fill the office with it, and I will talk to all of you about what all of this means in a less confusing manner than I could have prepared. And thank you all for listening. I hope that is grounded.